Okay, recap for Tuesday, the 12th of May 2026. Haven't been trading, honestly, since I don't know, like a week or something. Because the market has been garbage. I don't really have time as well. And it's just bunch of mess, right? Like, I'm too busy and the market is not worth it, right? I'm genuinely just like, this is just garbage. Anyway, today is the only day that I've seen that we had a retracement, so I said let me cover it and then I'll probably try to trade tomorrow and see if we're still moving good or we're moving garbage. But I'm genuinely just I'm done wasting my time with this, right? Like it's terrible, but let's hope it gets better, I guess. Anyway, so I'll do the recap of what I would do for today and let's see if we would have been winning or losing. Anyway, finally, since this whole garbage run, we actually ran for sell side for once, right? All of this sell side, we actually ran through, made relative equal lows here, and in Asia session and London, we continued lower. So typically, if the market opens like this, it's very bearish. So I would be my game plan, right? Looking at the liquidities that we have, is don't expect any of those. However, from high to low, right? We can look for discount, right? We can look at least for discount. If I'm gonna be long, I would only long to discount, which means I would only long to this London buy side liquidity. That's it. I'm not looking for more. If I'm looking for shorts, if I wasn't offered the long and the market is showing that it's bearish, then if we don't take this low out, then I'll go for that low. Just general game plan. Let me just have a look at the daily and the 4 hour other stuff because I have not looked at anything. Alright. First thing first is we wanna label the quadrants of this, and in the 4 hour we just know that midpoint of this will be like the end of this. So if we're gonna remain bullish, we would not go deeper than the midpoint of that. So I don't really need to highlight anything. Right? This would stay open. That's my point. And that's really it. In terms of the discount, if we're gonna play bearish, let's just check back on the 4 hour. Nothing much. 1 hour. We have this SIBI and a SIBI above it. So in terms of, let's say we reach above here, right? If we're gonna leave this open, I would like us to come back and close below, if that makes sense. So let's just see what happens. And let's get the opening range gap. So this is our close price. Yeah, it's closing price. See, I'm so lost. It's our opening. So we're looking at these quadrants. Anyway, first thing that I want to see, are we going to be bearish or bullish? If we take this low out and then, first, then we're going to be bullish. If we take these highs out first, then we're going to be bearish. Simple as that, really. Right now, we are at the upper quadrant of our daily SIBI right there. So let's just give it a few minutes. I'm not going to touch anything until it's 9:40. So wait till 9:40. Okay. This doesn't take liquidity, so automatically this becomes our first presented fair value gap. And if, right, we come back to this liquidity. So if we pull back, for example, I'll just have it like here. If we pull back into it, I would already have a buy limit seeking this high, or like basically the midpoint. If we don't, this is a fake run and it's gonna be bearish. So that's the consensus. It doesn't pull back, and we do actually get to the high. We're gonna get to the midpoint. No. unless I've drawn it wrong because it's just one tick difference. I don't really care. I would classify that as reaching the mid. So that is enough. It could have one more step higher. The only thing that would make me just consider shorting is if we inverse this right here. So once we inverse this and change the state of delivery, I'm not going to do anything. Okay. We definitely inverse it and then change the state of delivery. So I would take a short here, but I'd be cautious, right? If it offers it, if it doesn't offer it and it goes all the way, then I don't know. Then that's it. I'll accept taking a loss if it's gonna come back and take that high. That's just it. Otherwise, there's no trade for the day because other than that, I would also put another limit here, right, as a guarantee to get in because it might not offer that entry. So that's just one more. I'll take that limit off because, like, let's say for when I was watching price, I'm talking about this. Now the question is, now we entered basically at 50-50. So let's just cancel that order. If it comes back to this, is it gonna hold or is it gonna come back lower? So now I need to know. The thing is, we said below, as long as we stay below this on the hourly. So I'm just waiting for the 10 a.m. Okay, we get entered, so that's fine. As long as, see, this trade is gonna have two things. This is the stop loss. This is the TP, right there. Well, let's just put it here, and just because that's what we'd expect a retracement from on the daily midpoint. Alright, so two things I'm looking at here. One is, as long as we below this at the 10 a.m., right, we don't close above it, then I wouldn't auto close my what do you call it, my trade. So, and that's it. Otherwise it's a 50-50. I'm gonna take this high out and then I'm just wrong, and yeah, that's it. GG's go next. But if the market is normal, it's gonna behave normal. That's what technically should happen. So just leave it at that. Just wait for 10. We're already dumped hard, so I doubt that will come back into that, and we pull a breakaway gap there. So stop loss at break even should be safe. And do we hit the TP? We dance around it. Yeah. See, I'm guessing in my, if it's actual trade, I would have just, once we had this wick, right, we didn't close below this, I would have closed my position. I wouldn't let it come all the way back to what is supposed to be the breakaway gap. But, you know, it delivered lower and it stopped at the lower quadrant. Nope, it went all the way lower. Okay, guessing you just close the whole gap on the daily. That's a dump and a half. Anyway, that's how they traded it. I'm not sure if I would have got break even or what would have happened, but this is, if I'm sane, right? Like normal trading, how I trade it. But yeah, doesn't seem too bad. So I'm gonna have a go tomorrow, right? Depending on what the market does. So this, if this is what happened, let's see what actually interesting. Let me just see exactly what happened. Well, this is already too strong, right? This, if we're gonna continue lower, this retracement is already too strong. I'd feel like this is enough, right? So tomorrow wise, I don't even know. Like I'd target higher prices, right? I feel like this is like our manipulation for the week, low of the week, Tuesday, and we're just gonna have a continuation higher, I guess, because we left these too clean. This is not how a high would form, right? So I'd be looking for higher prices, especially that we have not closed below this daily CB. Let's just see where we go, right? We have not closed below the midpoint of it, which is, and look at the reaction here, which tells you that we're not interested in lower prices. That this was just a manipulation day. So for tomorrow, I'd be looking for longs and higher prices. So just get rid of everything, and I would be looking easily at our AM high, and it depends on this overnight session, right? If we're gonna make relative equal lows, come back lower, take all of this, and then I go high. I don't know. It depends. But regardless, bullish for the anyway, that's the market recap. It's Jenny Apple and but it is what it is. Peace out.